In a minute, we're going to go out and practice Triple LC defensive driving, but we have to cover one last important point. It's called commentary driving. Commentary driving helps your instructor see inside your head. It's an endless stream of information coming out of your mouth. You're going to take turns driving and watching each other. The driver never stops talking. Never. Only to take another breath to talk some more. As you drive, we want you to tell your instructor everything you look at, everything you see, what you're thinking, what you're worried about, what you're doing, what you're going to do next, and what Triple LC principles you're utilizing. Let's see Mark Gardner putting commentary driving into action with some trainees.
Okay guys, I'm going to demonstrate the Triple LC defensive driving maneuvers. Look ahead, look around, leave room, and communicate. The whole time I'm doing that, I'm going to be doing commentary driving. You're going to hear an endless stream of information from me. When it's your turn to do it, I want to hear an endless stream of information from you. All right. I want you to use the 4 principles: look ahead, look around, leave room, and communicate, to avoid getting yourself into a conflict situation. But the only way I'm going to know that you're actually using them properly is if you give me a constant dialogue. We call that commentary driving. Commentary driving is a constant flow of information from your mouth that never stops, that lets me know what you're seeing, what you're thinking, and what you're going to do next. I'm going to demonstrate it first, and then I'm going to let each of you go and take a try at it. When you're using commentary driving, you are unable to have any other kind of a story, any other kind of a thought process in your head. Instead, you're actually talking about what you're doing, which is driving. I'm approaching a stop sign and I'm feathering the brake in preparation of coming to a complete and smooth stop. Because I have passengers, I'm even going to take it a little easier so that you guys don't have a rough ride. I'm coming up to the limit line of the stop sign and I'm looking left. I'm looking right, I'm looking left again before I pull out onto this Route 82. As I do, I notice that speed limit's 35 miles an hour. I'm looking ahead, there's a curve up ahead, as indicated both by the sign and the fact that looking 15 seconds ahead, I can see that curve. I'm going to slow down a little bit before the curve rather than in the curve, where I could end up losing control. And I come around the curve and I notice there's a crest now, such that I can't see 15 seconds ahead. In addition to that, there's a warning sign indicating a road coming in from the left, indicating also that somebody may pull in from that road. I'm checking my rearview mirror and that silver car is now much closer to me than it was before, but it's still at a reasonably safe following distance. As I look ahead 15 seconds, I see an intersection coming up and the light is red. There's a car stopped at that intersection, but before I get to the intersection, I'm going to have a cross street to the right. I'm changing communities again, and I'm about to cross over a railroad track that is a controlled railroad track, which means that if a train were coming, we could count on the cross box to go down. Okay, Frank, what'd you think of that?
Yeah, it sounds good.
All right, you think you can do it?
Oh, of course.
Okay, you sound pretty confident. All right, so give me again the 4 principles of safe driving are?
Look ahead, look around, leave room, and communicate.
Excellent. And while you're doing that, I want you to do commentary driving the entire time. That means not a single moment of silence. Whatever you see, I want to know about. Whatever you're thinking, I want to know about. Whatever you're about to do, I want to know about. I want an endless stream of information flowing out of your mouth. You going to do that?
Oh, I'll give it a shot, yeah.
Okay, great. So, you're going to go first. Brenda, you watch very carefully, okay?
Okay.
I guarantee you, Brenda will do better than you do.
No way she's a better driver than I
yeah.
am. No.
Well, she might not be a better driver, but whoever gets to go second does better because they get to go to school on all your mistakes, and you'll make a few.
All right.
All right.
I'm going to put it in drive, and I'm going to keep my hands on the wheel at 10 and 2, just like we learned in driving school, which I've gotten away from as I've gotten older. And I'm going to try to remember to look left, right, and left as I'm making my turns. All right, I'm good to go with traffic. They have a red light there, so I'm taking off, going to the right. So I'm going straight, I'm coming up to a yellow light, so I'm gonna brake lightly. I see the stop bar coming up here, so I'm gonna stop just before it instead of right on top of it. I'm in a 4 lane, 2 going each way. I'm crossing over. I'm in the right-hand lane, centered in the right-hand lane. I'm looking ahead of me 15 seconds. I see some cars, but they're way up there and way out of my way. Behind me now I have a vehicle right on my rear. I'm going a little fast, so I'll feather my brakes, bring it back down to the speed limit. I see a red light coming up. Got some traffic stopped on my left in the other lane. The light has turned green. I'm going through, but up ahead I see...
You're going to look left, right, left
Oh,
before you come through
yes,
in case some
sorry
bad
about
guy
that.
comes running through there?
I see a service vehicle up there with the blinkers on. He's got safety cones around him to let people know to get over to the left. I see signs for another stoplight coming up on a gradual turn to the right. I have a guy that just zipped in front of me from the left. See a pedestrian walking his bike on the sidewalk, but you stay over there on the sidewalk and we won't have any trouble.
He didn't do bad, did he?
Not so bad.
All right, what about you?
I'm going to do great.
Oh, yeah? What are the 4 principles again?
Look ahead, look around, leave room, and communicate.
And what are you going to do the whole time?
I'm going to be communicating.
Yes, you are. All right.
Commentating is what you call it.
All right,
All right.
let's show him that you know a little bit better than he did.
Okay.
All right,
Let's see what
here
you
we
got.
All right. Okay, I am looking ahead and I have traffic up ahead. They are putting their brakes on, but I'm far enough back. I am looking to the right. There's a gas station and somebody is about to pull out of that. I am feathering my brakes and getting behind this line of stopped cars. And I do see I have to stop a little bit before the driveway of the gas station in case anybody needs to get in or out. So I do have plenty. I've got a great green light here that I'm able to go through. I'm looking left and right as I'm going through this intersection. Everybody was well behaved on that one. I'm looking to my left. I don't see anybody on my immediate left. There are some people behind me, a little bit of a line, but I am doing, oh, now we've got 55. I've got to move it up a little bit. So I got to get up to, I'm at 50, and the person in front of me is way up there, so I've got plenty of space in front of my vehicle. I'm going to go ahead and get into my left lane. There's nobody there. I've looked, I've indicated with my left turn signal. I've allowed it to go at least 3 or 4 times. I moved over. I'm centering myself again in my left lane, and I'm staying at the speed of 50, but well behind the person in front of me. The person that was behind me now on my right is going pretty quickly by. Now I'm looking left and right. I see everybody stopped on those sides. I've got a guy that's sort of in my lane, so I'm going to stay back a little bit because he had 2 tires over into my lane. I have construction on the right here, some construction barrels. I got to make sure there's no construction workers around that I need to watch out for. Somebody just pulled out in front of me from the left, so I have to adjust my speed to make sure I am at least 3 seconds behind them. They're going a little faster than I need to do. Well, there you go, Frank. I was better than you.
I think he's just being nice to you.
Oh,
All right, calm down. You were both very good. I mean, that was the very first time you've ever done that. And you may think that you're all done. You may think, oh, I've gone through defensive driving training. I know it all now. No, that was just the very beginning. You're on a long journey. I've been doing this for 35 years. You said I was really smooth. Well, of course I'm really smooth. I've been doing it for a long time. And I've been training it for a long time too. But you really don't master a skill until you actually practice a skill. So what I want you to do is when you're out with your crews, I want you to do this, even with each other. Even if you're kibitzing, that's okay. Do commentary driving, go through the Triple LC over and over and over again. When you get in your car and you go home tonight, I want you to do it, even if you're all by yourself. Turn your radio down for a change and actually do commentary driving. Yeah, the person next to you at the light's gonna look over and think, what the heck, that's a nut job over there. Don't worry about them. You're getting better at defensive driving, they're not. And if you really wanna get good, teach your mother, your father, your brother, your kids, your mother-in-law, strangers. There's no better way to get good at a skill than to try and teach it to somebody else. So practice, practice, practice. Don't let yourself slip back into those old habits again. Keep thinking about that other guy. Look ahead, look around, leave room, and communicate.
Okay.
thanks. This was really good.
Yeah, I can't believe this isn't actually taught in driver's ed.
You know, it should be. It's a sin that it isn't, but maybe we'll do that next.
Yeah.
Thanks
Okay.
a lot. Appreciate
All right.
it.
Thank you.
Brenda,
Thank you.
you did better than he did. Oh, jeez.
I hear that all week.